we're going to start a multi-series about accessories. Now, I wanted to make a video yesterday about when can the Western audience open Ark Passive. Can you open it at 1640 without any ancient gear? Can I open it with one piece of gear at 1660 with A gear normal? Can I open it at 1680 with ancient accessories? In order to make that video not too confusing. And the reason why we're even talking about this is because the Western audience, you have access to Hyper Awakening with the launch of Tier 4. Korea didn't. So you have more front-loaded power. So TLDR, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys can open Ark Passive a little bit faster than Korea, but that depends on the accessories. As you can see here, my Soul Eater, you see that 1.2 million gold sale. You see the quality. You see that money coming in. I have the receipt. I've made the most gold of accessories in Tier 4 in that small window. This is not about making only gold, but knowing what is your best in slot to either make gold or equip the ones that you need. We have Tier 4 accessories, and they're not like the Tier 3 accessories. If you guys have them, it has your main stat as well as HP. This 92 quality and this 92 quality are not the same. Look at that. One has more dicks, 17,777. This one has 16,700. So it's missing 1,000 dicks. That is one very important thing if you're trying to min-max. So look at the max roll right here of 17,857. So that 92 quality was pretty good because it was close to the maximum value of dicks. The quality matters because of the Ark Passive points tied to them. You see this one? This is a fully cut. It has 12 points. This one has 13. So you can keep the 67 and then hopefully you roll good. And we're going to talk about what is good. You can sell it that, but I don't think that maybe you could fool some bozos and they'll buy that, right? But if I was playing in NA, I would try to get blue and purple, the highest amount of main stats. Same thing applies for the relic accessories. The only difference between relic and ancient is that they give less Ark Passive points. They give you less points here. But what you can roll is the same. So let's talk about what you can roll as DPS. This is my character's accessories. This is giving me like how much damage increase it's giving me. But it's not counting that dexterity difference between a Tier 3 accessory with the dexterity versus Tier 4 accessory with the dexterity. What this is on this site in this API is showing is the bonus stats. So what are the bonus stats for DPS? Well, Necklace has the highest value. Let's look at this number 2 Shadow Hunter in Korea. Very beautiful 25 weapon. Look at the accessories, 15% versus my little baby 7%. So ZEALS, you could improve by 8%. You're absolutely right. So instead of spending my gold on little clothes and my away, building ults, if I want to be 8% stronger than I am, I need to get accessories. 2% damage to enemies, that equals 2% damage increase. There's 2.6% additional damage, has diminishing returns with others. So it has 1.8% here. And then you can get a common roll here. Weapon attack, you get attack. So weapon attack, attack. Look at how small it gives. So this one is not that important. These two stats are. Now, as you can see, it's orange. Just like Bracelet, a mid roll is purple, and then you could get a low roll as blue. Those are also great. And those can sell in the Western market in the beginning. In Korea, they are worth a lot of gold, as you can see right here, receipts. People are like, I don't believe you, right? This one right here was a max roll, which is orange. It was a max roll ring with purple. And then what is the probability of a max ZEALS? The probability of max is right here. The probability of max is 0.03%. ZEALS, what is the probability? I'm the #1 whale of my region. I'm Kai. Kai has 2 Esther weapons in NA East. What is the probability of a max? The probability of max is 0.000002%. And there's one on the auction house in Korea for 10 million gold. And it's not worth it because you get so little. It's just whales fantasy. Can I go for max? Should I go for max? That's up to you. Depends on what you're doing. Like, how are you unlocking your Ark Passive? Are you doing it with no ancient gear? Are you doing it with relic accessories? Depending on that, you might need to get a max. You might not need to get a max. You might go with mid-roll, the purple, or you could go with blue, or you could go with duds, right? It all depends on the market. It all depends on when are you trying to open Ark Passive. All you need to know right now are the best in slot stats. For Necklace, it is damage to enemy, additional damage. Both earrings, the best in slot stat is weapon attack and attack power. Attack power, weapon attack. Okay, for this guy and his gear, it's both 1.37%. Let's look at somebody with an SR9 weapon. SR9 weapon power wins by 0.01. So basically same old, same old. Now, Zeals, do I need to get a max of both? No. Can I get one max? You might not even need that. Depends once again when and what eye level and with what you're opening Ark Passive. All you need to know is what is the best in slot stat. Weapon attack is great, attack power is great. If you get a mid roll, high roll, or low roll, they will be able to sell. All right, so let's go to the ring. Ring has the combined least value, right? If you combine these two, necklace has the highest damage boost. Rings, they share the same. 4% crit damage and critical chance of 1.55%. You can see the value here, but this is not calculating. For example, are you using blunt spike? Are you opening Ark Passive with no ancient gear? Because if you drop your hallucination or entropy and you have no ancient gear, you cannot go deep into the Ark Passive node to pick up the crit. Depends on the class and the build, but in general, crit damage wins. Now, just because you get one max roll and then let's say you get dud, doesn't mean it beats mid. Mid can win. So let me give you an example of mid. This one is a mid, and the mid is combined into 0.6%. I mean 1.6%, okay? So the mid is 1.6%, so it's beating the max roll. Do you see that? How does the market reflect then, Zeals? Well, if the market calms down and people are smart, then the mid roll will be worth more than one max roll. As you can see right here, that 590k, right? That was a mid roll. What about that blue one, Zeals? That's probably one mid roll. Yeah, this one was a low roll. This was mid roll. Yeah, I remember. This was one purple roll. One purple, not double purple. This is double purple. This one's purple and legendary. That was fat, dude. That was fat. I cream pied. Yeah, I shat my pants. This one, it was a blue. These were the good days. Now in Korea, they're not worth that much. That 400k, that's probably a max roll. The orange. This one was probably a blue. This was probably purple. This was probably blue. So now that you guys know what is best in slot, now you know which will be worth the most as ancient and relic as well, because some people might choose to open Ark Passive with relic, which will be the next video. You need to know the basics. All right, back to the math. Oh man, you said 0.03% for max. Yes, but what is my chance of winning this RNG and make gold like you did? Multi-millions, you know, pumping that gold. Look at that beautiful, all my characters just I mean, your chance of winning is about 30% right here. Your chance of getting one low roll is 29.4%. Your chance of getting two low rolls, low is 2.6%. Your chance of getting one mid roll is 14%, like crit damage, 14%. What about mid roll and one low roll? So crit rate, mid, crit damage, low, 2.52%. What about mid, 0.6%. What about one max roll, Zeals, 3%. What about max roll, low roll, 0.58%. What about max mid roll, like your Soul Eater nasty ring? That is 0.28%. What about max? We already talked about that. In Korea, as long as at the peak of FOMO for accessories, as long as you got one low roll offensive stat, you made your gold back. It was even. There were times like that, not these days. That is why I'm saying that accessory is so time sensitive, super time sensitive. That's why I'll be watching the NA East market now that tier 4 is out on my highlight channel. Now, I will go cut an accessory. Please don't copy what I'm doing in the Western server, because the accessory you cut could be worth a couple thousand gold. Okay, it could be worth tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. So in Korea, because because the accessory market has dried up, okay, first of all, let's isolate the ones I want to cut. So I did Braille Shaza, yeah, and these are the accessories I got. So we look at it, and blue. In Korea, they like purples now, right? The market has matured here. So this one is not cut, okay? And you know, if I said that in the tier 4 guide, these are big, these are huge, they come over time. You can buy these, or you could, there's a way to sell these. That's a separate video. You need to know the basics first. There was a time, keyword, it was worth to fully cut this. That is market sensitive, time sensitive. Do not try this at home, kids, okay? In Korea, you don't fully cut it. Unless the first roll is good. It has to be mid to max roll to keep going in Korea. Let's go. I got max mana. Basically, this is what you do in Korea. Okay? You enjoyed your little dopamine hit, you delete it. And then you get your shard refunded. Because shards are more plentiful in Korea, but they're also Aegis is spraying you with these shards as well in packs. So it's very time sensitive. So we have one more. 84.75. Oh, let's go! What? Not scripted. Mid attack, boys. Mid attack. This is how I made fucking 7 million gold, baby. Mid attack. What's my probability? 14%. 14%. Now, let's see how much is that worth, baby. How much is that worth? Oh, that back in the day, this was 200k. Back in the day, in the prime. Now, you can fully cut it and sell it, or you can just sell it, right? So let's see what it's like. One cut versus fully cut. Fully cut. Let's go into the effect here. Attack percentage, mid-roll. 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 How much is it fully cut? Ooh, wait. Hold on. What about with one cut, leaving the doors open and also saves me those shards to fully complete it, okay? You need to watch the market like I am doing in the Western servers, okay? All right, so 47k gold at a click of a finger. I just click a button, I just made 40k. You could also involve your payons to pump gold, but that'll be a separate, more advanced video. So my question is, do I keep proceeding to cut this or sell it? That's up to you. But because this is a YouTube instructional video, we're gonna keep cutting. But do not do what I'm doing unless the market says it is worth to fully cut it. Because these shards are worth gold. As you just saw, it is worth gold. I could just, okay, so as you can see, it's using more shards, but let's see. Okay, we got a max roll. We got a max roll attack. But remember, the common stats are nothing. And then the last hit is 225. Ooh, you see that? That's a huge commitment just to make, not, well, it was 40k, but to make 20k more. You saw how many more shards I'm using? I'm gonna go all the way. I got mana, boy. Max mana, 6, little penis. So we're gonna sell this. And we're gonna remove the max mana and see the market value. Nah, no one's gonna pay that. That's with double. Yeah, that's max roll with mid roll. Max roll, mid roll. Okay. So basically, this is what I would do. So I'm gonna list it up there, and some cutie's gonna buy this. Some free-to-play player who's entering the Ark Passive meta, they'll buy this. But you see how that was not worth it in Korea to fully cut it? And this is the relic costs. Okay, the relic costs. All right. Relic, same thing, guys. You see, there's an attack percentage, weapon attack. Okay, there was a streamer in Korea, Romaro. He cut necklace and he got max. It got clipped everywhere. He got max on his necklace on relic. If he got that on ancient, that would have been 3 million gold easy. But because he got it on relic, yeah, he wasted his luck. Okay, so Zeals, you just got a free accessory there, dude. You didn't spend any payons. You spent maybe 1,000 on the tap. Wow. Crazy. What about the rest? Remember my tier 4 guide? I said that you should oh, what's up? Hello, baby. Hey, so let's say you're in a rush, right? You're like, oh my god, dude, it takes all those hundreds of shards per accessory, but I have 5 accessories. You know, where's that gonna come from? Well, we could accelerate that. That's more in the advanced video. Or what I said is to send it to your ults or barracks that are not in a rush to open Ark Passive. So you can mail this. You can mail that to... I'm actually gonna do it. Now, obviously, you lose 1 trade ability, which will lower the value. Now that you have this information, we're gonna go into the next video. We're gonna talk about how you can do Ark Passive on your ults or normal A gear character or even a 1640 character with relic accessories, how to open Ark Passive, and is it worth it? Now that you have this information, you must have this information first. Okay, we'll go more into the relic, so stay tuned. So Slayer, let's see how she's doing. 300. So she's recovered some. I brought her back from the dead. Let's cut this. Ooh, weapon attack mid. Ooh, too bad though. Too bad. I'm not willing to go another. I'm not willing to. So in Korea, if I don't get a mid or max roll, it's just better to shard it, right? But that would not be fun for the video, right? That's not gonna be a fun video. So we're gonna go again. And I got low attack. Low attack. This would be usable in the Western server. That would be more accessible for people that can't afford the big boy accessories. So back in the day, this used to be worth anywhere from 130 to 160k. Good question. Destroy relic or roll it? First of all, what quality should you even roll? If the answer is to roll. Pop quiz, right? And number 2, should you roll it? Depends on the market. If it's going for like 100k, okay, it's tempting. If it's going for 10k, remember, you're trading something here. You're trading the shards. You're trading the shards for gold if you're trying to sell it. You need the shards to open your Ark Passive as cheap as possible, right? So you have to decide as a big boy, as an adult, either use the shards to open your Ark Passive cheaper, or say, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go with some random rolls that the game gives me. I'm going to get the best in slot option, like a max roll, additional damage necklace. I'm just going to buy from the auction house anyways, which is what I did, right? On my main, on my alts, I cut it myself and I gave him the mid roll at least. But on my main, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to buy them from the auction house because I want to target the stats I want. I don't want to, you know, play around with RNG. But then I paid off the 2 mil I spent on my mains accessories by making the gold back, as I have showed the receipt here. So you have to decide, oh man, am I gonna just use these shards to make gold as quickly as possible before Amazoni destroys the accessory market, whenever that's gonna be? It's a bubble, right? The bubble will crash. Am I gonna sell ancient accessories, or am I gonna sell relic accessories? Obviously that depends on like your eye level. If you're 1640, you're far away from 1680, right? And so you have to gauge the market and gauge your progress. Do I need the shards later? Because you saw how many shards you need for cutting one ancient, right? So if you're gonna home cut it instead of buying from the auction house, you need about over 2,000 shards if you want to open Ark Passive with ancient gear for cheap. If you're gonna do that, so it's so case by case. Am I even gonna be is this character even gonna be a hard mode A gear beyond character? Is it gonna be only a normal A gear Andy, right? Is it even gonna do A gear Andy? All of these factors, you have to think all of them to decide the W word. Is it worth it to spend my shard for a quick buck with relic, or do I save it for ancient to sell the ancient or use the ancient for myself? It is all time based. It is all your pacing